I think we did that. I think we are live. All right. Hey everybody, what's up? I see my peeps. I see my peeps showing up, creeping in. All right. Just wait for some people to get here. Hang out. It is Friday, I think. It is Friday, May 15th. At 4 p.m.-ish Pacific Coast time. What's up, Wayne Barton, my man? You had a weird instinct on me today because I'm going to hook you up. I got something special for you. Gonna wait for some more people to get here. I hope everyone's doing good out there. Before I play music, I just want to talk about the state of I was doing good. I remember, I've done like 15 or 16 of these live streams so far. And when the quarantine thing first started, it was like all right, wow, I can't believe this, but it was new and maybe didn't know how long it would last. But now you're getting kind of deep into it. Yo, cuz Larry, what's up, buddy? Happy you're here. I feel like last week I was starting to lose it a little bit. A week and a half ago, I was like getting deep in like that mission to Mars feeling. But I think I've ridden through it, and I've caught a second wind. And Jody, I got you. Keep asking. I got you. And I think I got a second wind, maybe a third wind, and I'm getting reinvigorated and re-inspired. This show is a release party of sorts. It's a celebration. Hey, Margaret. Hey, Jerry. Love you guys. A celebration. I have a special release today. It's the first time I ever put a record out on Bandcamp. It's a live record. I know a lot of you guys already got it, and so thank you for supporting what I do. Back in March of 2019, March 13th, 2019, I played one of the You and Me acoustic shows. I know lots of you have been to those shows at the Troubadour, a great venue in Los Angeles, which I have a lot of history at. And it was a special show. It was kind of a homecoming show for me, and my family was there. And the only rule with the acoustic shows, the You and Me shows, is that there's no set list allowed. I'm not allowed to write a set list beforehand, so I have to make it up on the fly as I'm playing up on stage. And there was something about doing that was interesting to me. It made me feel free, it reminded me of why I started playing music as a kid in the first place. Like, music is supposed to be a freeing thing. I never wanted to do it, never thought I would do it as a career, but holy shit, I'm getting gray. Look at that. Wow. All right. I never thought I'd do it as a career. It was always something fun. I'd sit around watching TV, and I'd have my guitar in my hand, just noodling around. And I remember friends would ask me, like, yo, do you practice a lot? And I was like, I don't really practice. I just kind of sit around and play. I don't even think of it as practicing. But so I got this live record that's out today. It's at Bandcamp. It's at peteyorn.bandcamp.com. It's easy to remember, peteyorn.bandcamp.com, and you can get it there. It's live at the Troubadour. It's like a 2-hour set filled with tons of tunes. And we made it up on the spot. We took requests. That's what I'm going to do tonight. I want to take requests from you guys. And I never know what I'm going to play until I walk out on stage. I could sit backstage and think, but I never know until I feel the energy of the room. And I want to show you something. My father was able to make it to that show after being sick for a while. Dr. Lawrence K. Yorn. he made it to the show, and we got him a special seat. I have a picture of him. In the audience before the show. Where is he? There he is, sitting right there. We got him a seat, front row. There's a lot of drinks out before the show started, but that's the night at the Troubadour, and there's my dad in that hat. And he made it to the show. My mom was there too. We were so happy to have him out. And as soon as I saw him, I thought, oh, well, I'm gonna play his favorite song because this guy's here. He made it out, and it was a special night. So this is what I opened with on the actual Troubadour CD, and I'll play it. I've played it. I'm gonna repeat some songs tonight that I've played in their live streams, but I'm also gonna play stuff that I haven't played, some hard stuff that I don't know how to play very well. All right, everyone can hear me okay? Hopefully. I opened with this from my father. It's a 7-Eleven. Do you want to take a walk outside? If you want a burrito, you can have another bite of mine. It can last you forever. You're not waiting on that call. Come on over tonight. Come on over this morning. Mama said you're only falling in love. You can leave it tomorrow. You know you wanted to have more. And they were looking for answers. And if you never had that score, this can last you forever. Just sit here in the store. Come on over tonight. Come on over this morning. Mama said you're only falling in love. Come on over tonight. Come on over this morning. Mama said you're only falling in love. And you think you know, but you'll always be there. You'll never have the time. I want you to be fine, yeah. It's a 7-Eleven. Do you want to take a walk outside? If you want a burrito, you can have another bite of mine. And this can last you forever. If you're not waiting on that call, come on over tonight. Come on over this morning. Mama said you're only falling in love. Come on over tonight. Come on over this morning. Mama said you're only falling in love. Come on over tonight. Come on over this morning. Mama said you're only falling in love. Woo! All right, Burrito for the opener, just like the Troubadour show. We sound okay? Everything sounds okay? I hope so. Yeah, I opened with that because my dad was there sitting front row, and I saw him, and I said I'm going to open with his favorite song because, frankly, I didn't know how long he was going to last the show. He might have fell asleep at some point. So I also would like to point out that the Troubadour is a place I played so many shows at over the years. I went to so many shows there when I first moved to California, and for years later. So many special things have happened to me at that venue, and it's an independent venue, and you know, there's tons of great independent venues around the country. You can go to saveourstages.com whenever you want and just like sign a petition that is they're trying to get legislation from the government to help keep some of these independent venues afloat during this crazy time. So hopefully you can go check that out. It's saveourstages.com. Setlist.com, and it's to help independent venues around the country, such as the Troubadour. So here's the album cover for the new record. I know a lot of people were hoping for vinyl, but it's like a 2-hour show, and I just can't get vinyl made right now. It's really hard to get vinyl made without COVID, and this would be like a 6 vinyl set, I think, to do it right without too much compression. But right now, so there's CDs available at peteyorn.bandcamp.com, and there's also the download, the streaming version of it. If you get the CD, you get an automatic download of it, so you have it right away. Okay, so I want to tell you some other interesting things here. So the Troubadour years, I think it was 1998, I went to see a concert by a band called Sloan. This is going to be an interesting show. There's going to be giveaways during this show, so stay here. If you've tuned in, stay with me. Stay with me. Don't pop out. Stay with me, because I got some surprises for you, okay? Okay. So I think in 1998, maybe 97, I went to the Troubadour to see a band called Sloan from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I was very into them at the time and still appreciate them very much. And years later, I'd be able to tour with them, which was so cool. But I went to see their concert there. And I remember being so blown away, this is true, by how good they were on stage. There was the drummer and the lead singer kept switching back and forth, and they were all the sickest musicians. And it was just unbelievably inspiring, but at the same time I was like, oh man, these guys are so good. It made me think in the back of my head that, like, what's the point of even playing music, because they were so good, and I don't even have any business playing music. Anyway, there were a few other people at that show that night, and I went outside after the show, and I think I bummed a cigarette from some kid, and we start talking, and it turns out it's right on the sidewalk in front on Santa Monica Boulevard. It turns out this guy's name is Robert Walt Vincent, R. Walt Vincent, and we start talking, and we're saying how much we love the show. And I think his girlfriend at the time was there, and she was talking a lot. And somehow we smoked a bud, we talked, and then I'll try and cover a little Sloan during this in a little bit, maybe like half a song. But yeah, I remember discovering music. I remember when I first saw Much Music, I'd see their videos, and I'd be like, who is this band? They're huge in Canada, but not many people knew them in America. Anyway, I meet Walt Vincent on the sidewalk after that show for the first time. We start talking, and he tells me he has a little studio in the Valley, in Van Nuys, in a garage, and that we should maybe try and record something. So I don't know how much longer after that night it was, but maybe it was like a month, maybe 3 weeks. We got together, and I felt like, hey, maybe I'll go see that guy Walt. And he was recording digitally at the time. He was recording on a thing called Digital Performer. And, Pro Tools had just come out. I was used to tape and all that, and I was like, what is this computer recording? I was kind of like apprehensive about it. But I had recorded drums and a guitar track in my basement with my friend Jason Johnson. If you know the Dirty Bird Band or the Music for the Morning After album cover, he's the guy behind me. And he kind of turned me on to digital recording, and I had recorded drums and bass for this song I'm going to play now. And so it needed overdubs. I needed to finish it and do a vocal and everything like that. So I brought the files to Walt's little studio in the Valley, and this is the first song that we worked on. And we did the harmonica that day, which he played. We added the string section and all the beautiful parts and the overdubs. And when we were done, and I drove home with a little CDR in my car that he burned for me, I was like, this guy Walt's pretty good. Paul Diskin in the house. What's up, my Irish friend? And so it was magically done in like 3 hours, and it was this song. So picture I just had the song acoustic and drums, and then I went to Waltz, and we added everything else that's on there, and it's this song. Yes, just another girl from Music for the Morning After. Hey, everybody who's here, thanks for joining. We've got a good group tonight. Yeah, so that one was the one that sealed the deal. I went to Walt's house. We laid all these overdubs. He mixed it, sent it to me, rough mix, sent me home with a CD, and I'm like, I'm working with this guy. And that was when it started. That's when we started kind of essentially making Music for the Morning After and making all that special music that was recorded such a long time ago. I think also maybe after that we sent that song, or we had my boy Doc Dower. You guys probably know Doc Dower, who's played with me a lot. He added an extra little guitar part that was beautiful. Yo, JG, what's up, brother? Yeah, all right, enough about Just Another Girl. All right, stay with me, people. I got giveaways coming. I got special stuff, special trivias. I got all sorts of good stuff coming for you tonight, Friday, May 15th. I hope everyone's doing good. This is to celebrate the release of Live at the Troubadour, which you can get on my Bandcamp. First time I ever put something out on Bandcamp. Heard good things about it. My boy Joe Pernice from Pernice Brothers put a record out on that recently. That's a beautiful record. He said that it's kind of an interesting way to go. So we'll do that for a little while. It'll be up there, peteyorn.bandcamp.com. Here's the album cover here. Live at the Troubadour, available in CD and immediate digital download. All right. I think the next song that Walt and I recorded when we were back, and I played this also on the Troubadour show, when we were working in Van Nuys at the little studio for I think maybe like the second or third song we did. I know we did Black in Van Nuys before we moved to Culver City, but this one really sticks out in my head. This is the one that has a lot of people ask, what's the weird sounds at the beginning of this next song I'm going to play? And I tell them it's from an episode. We had a little TV, an old TV in the studio that we would watch sometimes. And I was like, let's get some sounds off of the TV to put on top of this song that I'm on. And so we turned it on. There happened to be an episode of the American version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And they were doing an impromptu skit on the dating game. And so it's kind of a dating game skit, a fake dating game skit on Whose Line Is It Anyway, American version. And that's what you hear at the beginning of this song I'm going to play now, Lose You. And after I play it, I'm going to tell you something also very weird about the song from when I played it that night at the Troubadour. Let's try it. I'm going to do capo 1 on this so it's not too low. And I don't think that I've played this yet on any of the live streams. All right, here we go. I'm taking a ride off to one side. It is a personal thing. When I can't stand up in this cage, I'm not regretting. 'Cause I don't need better thing. I'd settle for less. It's another thing for me. I just have to wander through this world alone. starting to feel the way I used to. I don't need a better thing, just to sound confused. Don't talk about everyone. I am not amused by you. 'Cause I'm gonna lose you. Yes, I'm gonna lose you. If I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna lose you. If I'm gonna lose you, I'll lose you now for good. Where do we go from here? The words are coming out all weird. I and I, that I need you. Live on down there, and how we all got there. Baby's got the bend. Oh no. At the end of that song at the Troubadour, I'd played Lose You. Let me be clear about something. I played Lose You, I don't know, 1,000 times since 1999 or 2000 when it came out. And for some reason that night at the Troubadour, for the first time ever, I went to the Bends by the Troubadour. I mean, by the Bends by Radiohead at the end of it. And I have no idea why the song just popped into my head. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I wonder why the song popped in my head. Later that night when I was home in bed, and of course, if you're not a fan of this record, come on, you're a fan of this record. Who's not a fan of this record? Oh, that's a great record. But what happened was, later that night when I was home in bed, going to sleep, and I was like cruising through my phone, all of a sudden I see a news thing come up. 24 years today, the Bends had come out. So it was very strange. For some random reason, I went into the Bends after Lose You at that night, the Troubadour, and it happened to coincide with the 24th anniversary, that the day that record was released. And I just thought that was such a weird coincidence. I thought then maybe there is some sort of universal spirit that's just plugging stuff into our heads. I don't know, but it was very strange, and I thought that was very cool. So I wanted to tell you about that. All right, well, I hope everyone's doing well. Cheers to everyone. Reminder, you could help independent venues by checking out a website called saveourstages.com. There's a petition there that you can sign to help bring some legislation to keep some independent venues in business and floated longer so they could ride out this storm. So I wanted to point that out to you. All right, I want to play a song. There's been a lot of requests for this, and I don't know if I've ever played it live before, but I'm going to do it right now because I want to play something hard. And then I'm going to do something even more out of the ordinary. So I hope you're ready. All right, let me just check my tuning here. And don't forget, if you haven't picked it up, PeteYorn.bandcamp.com. Check it out. There's a beautiful 2-hour live record there, live at the Troubadour. I think you'll enjoy it. And you could hear these kind of acoustic, there's lots of stories on it, and it was a special night. And it's the first, I've been doing the You and Me shows on and off for like 5 years, and it's the only one that has been put out. So, all right, Jody. This is for Jody. I know she's been requesting this. This is a song that came out years ago, and then it was lost to history, but it was re-released on the DSPs, your Spotify's, your Apple Music and all that, as part of the expanded Nightcrawler a few weeks or months ago now. I don't know. But this is one of my sister-in-law's favorite songs. I'm going to try this one here. What's up, Booker? All right, this is called The Party. And it was inspired by, there's a Peter Sellers movie called The Party, and interesting movie, a movie that could only have been made when it was made. I don't think they could make that movie now, but it was a fun movie at the time, and still definitely has some merit. But there's a beautiful song in it, possibly called "Nothing to Lose," sung by this French girl, maybe Francois Hardy, I think his name, or I'm forgetting her name, but she was a wonderful, delicate voice singer, and she sings a song for kind of all these kind of men at a party, and I think it inspired this, and this is why it's called The Party. Okay, much like why the song Shampoo is called Shampoo, was inspired by the movie Shampoo. I think when I see some movies, I kind of go into the headspace of being a character in that movie, and it'll inspire a song. Much like Sense as well, The Sixth Sense. Okay, let's try it. It's called The Party. And I don't know it very well, all right? So if you could sing with me, Birdie Num Num. Birdie Num Num. In the sun, I often sit in love and photograph, turns it on so often, don't need to write a book. Birdie Num Nums. Yeah, check it out. It's on. It's called The Party, and it's on the expanded edition of Nightcrawler. Expanded edition of Nightcrawler. Not a perfect live debut of the song, but the spirit was there. So I hope you like that. Okay, we're gonna do something different now. I have a piano in this house, and it's the piano. Hey, Billy DiStefano. I have Billy DiStefano just joined, and Billy DiStefano is the Billy from Velcro Shoes, where I say Billy Let's Play. That's Billy DiStefano. You could harass him. Mike Etkin. All right, some of my hometown peeps are coming. All right, we're gonna move. We're gonna move. We're gonna be giving away. We're going to be giving away a Barney. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I've been painting Barneys during this quarantine. Why Barneys, you ask? Why not Barneys, I say? Why not Barneys? I have this old piano here. This was actually the piano that was in my house. Excuse me for any shakiness. This was the piano that was in my house that I grew up in. It's a K Kawai Baby Grand. And we had this in Jersey, and now it's in the desert in California in the family house where I'm staying. And this was a piano when I was 5 years old. They tried to give me lessons, and I was just too hyperactive. Even now, I shake my legs. I'm still hyperactive. I need to chill out. But this is a special piano because this is what I learned on in my own way, in my own times. So I'm gonna play a song right now on piano and try to attempt it. Probably could be shitty, but whatever it is. Let's try it though, all right? I hope it sounds good over here too. You see me all right? I don't know. This song might have been played maybe twice ever live. I don't know. Definitely not like this, and I'm not really a piano player, as you will see, but we'll get by. In your eyes, all is good. We can be just for you. Every night, it's okay. We believe we can save. I don't think coming alone. Everyone's a shopping mall. Someday we'll leave and never go back. We were born to be discarded. I don't mind. And this is actually the song, this is the piano that I wrote this song on. Liberace. I don't got no rings on, Larry. Actually, I do have one ring on. Yeah, I came up with this part on this piano. I don't mind when you're gonna be a star. Tell me what you're doing now. Some might say you're being a fool, and everyone's gonna laugh at you. But I don't think you know where you're from. All the days have come undone, just because they don't have a clue. Too afraid to be alone. Hello. That's called Shopping Mall from Arranging Time. A little rusty on the piano, but yeah, this is a special piano